Hello, Aries. Sun and Rising. We're doing oracle reading for you. This is for the new moon, supermoon in Libra, October 16th. And this is going to be highlighting your 7th house of partnerships, your relationships, marriage, business, justice. I already did that, yeah. Justice, sense of balance in your life, your one-on-one relationships, cooperation, even legal matters, and your agreements that you make with others. So looking into your recent past, what your present point of advantage is, challenge, resistance, what's going to be an unexpected help for you, advice, and the outcome. Okay, this is the Enchanted Map Oracle deck by Colette Bar and Read, clarifying with the tarot as usual. Welcome back to subscribers. Welcome to anyone new to my channel. I do hope you find these readings helpful. Keep in mind they are general. This effects of this new moon in Libra can be long lasting, and so I'm going to look at what messages are going to be illuminated for you, and hopefully as well assist you in your own new moon manifestations for your new beginnings in your world. So let's begin. Let's jump right in. Your recent past, Aries. In this house, unexpected visitors. 5 of Cups, okay? So definitely this sense of change, emotional change, unexpected disappointment. Some of you, these are thoughts from the past creeping up, regrets from your past, and things that you might have thought you were over have come creeping back up in your subconscious, and you're having some regrets about maybe failed relationships, failed agreements, things that did not pan out the way you expected it to. Some of you with this unexpected visitor, it could be someone who's come around who is showing regrets for the past, how things did not maybe work out the way you thought they are, the way they thought it was. This could be this need to fix the past before you can move forward, or someone has had that feeling towards you, setting things right, moving forward, trying to gain some understanding as well too of what went wrong in the past so that you can do better in the future or avoid such disappointments in the future. So I feel that some of you maybe received an unexpected apology or have felt this kind of urge to reach out to someone and square away some feelings, maybe get some closure, and somehow move forward. And for those of you who are already in partnerships, marriage partnerships, this could be an element that has come in their world, and someone who's moved on or trying to move on, but feels as if they have some unfinished business with either you or your partner. Okay, so mainly looking at your energy though, there could be what you feel is some unfinished business and some things that you are regretting, especially if you are single. A lot of your past love and relationships and experiences may be coming back in some way to get you to really think about your capability of merging with another in partnerships and marriage and relationships. And some of you might feel like you were not prepared, or not prepared correctly, maybe in your youth or growing up, to accommodate a partner in your life or in your world in a way that is healthy. So there's just some things here I feel in your recent past that have come back up to the surface for you to deal with before moving forward, maybe into even a new situation. I'm kind of getting in kind of a scenario too that some of you may be getting married or ready to get into a commitment, yet there are some things that maybe are haunting you and you want to change and process emotionally. before moving forward. So what we have for this present point of advantage, some of you too, if this is not a relationship thing, I'm also kind of picking up that there may have been some unexpected reason for you to consult a law or gain some type of justice based on some other past disappointments. And for some of you, this could be an unexpected failed marriage that you are maybe feeling like um, this is not the person that you, or you've not chosen the right partner for you, and you might be in this sense of wanting to release yourself from what you committed to or who you married. So some of you are going through some type of separation. And what we do have for your present point of advantage is magic prayer with the Seven of Wands. So I do feel like this is an effort for you to overcome your challenges, and you are actually seeking some type of spiritual help, some divine intervention in the form of rising above, and as well with this change, more 5 energy. But you're looking for it in a way that is an elevation from where you used to be, higher ground, wanting to find that higher ground, a higher love, wanting to leave any situation that is what you feel is beneath you, or even coming out on top. This is could be this sense of you overcoming your enemies, and or what would be your enemy in a legal situation. I do feel like you're trusting in the divine to bring justice to a situation, or at least elevate you in any matter that is of importance to you, and it could have to do with some type of work situation. But in a relationship, and in regards to partnerships, I do feel like some of you are wanting to elevate the status of your relationship, some of you, and your own ability to partner up with another. Seven of Wands, this energy. I also feel for some of you, you're not wanting to settle for less than a commitment. This could also be a little bit of like unexpectedly, someone has decided that they don't want a commitment, and so in that sense, some of you may be ready to release that, but also keep what it is that you want at the forefront, standing your ground for what you believe in, not giving in to someone who may be wanting you to compromise in a marriage partnership, especially in the sense of wanting things to be open or non-committal. In the sense, I feel like some of you are trusting that you deserve better, and you should stand your ground for what you deserve in a relationship. And if you want a commitment, if you want marriage, some of you might be very conscious of where someone might be trying to pull you into their, what you would see as a lower vibration connection. You're looking for that higher connection, especially for those of you who are single. You're maybe acting out on faith in that way, and really working on overcoming your, I feel for some of you it's trust issues or just past disappointments. So you're in an advantage as far as being in a spot that is higher ground, and this is an advantage for you. And so, let's see. Looking into what your resistance or challenge is. We do have protecting treasure, Ace of Cups. Protecting yourself. Some of you protecting yourself, and self-love is a challenge for you. Protecting your heart, protecting what is important to you. For some of you, it's almost in a way of maybe new love is, you might be creating some type of barrier or boundary with others to an extreme level. Initiating new relationships, new love, inviting it in. Also going through the storm with a partner. Sometimes, every relationship at some point deals with some hardships and some storms and some rain, okay? um, and not allowing those moments to overcome, uh, change your heart towards the person. I do feel for some of you as well, your challenge, your resistance in protecting. Some of you are, uh, some of you are merging with another in coming together to make a child, or coming together. Um, some of you, this could be already a child that you have with someone. Um, and some of what your past disappointment is maybe not having that partnership structure or marriage structure for a child. Um, but this may be taking your priority, or what's best for you during a pregnancy, or what's best for you during, yes, while during your while you're pregnant, you might be trying to, create some type of barrier boundary, as this is for some of you a wish fulfillment, and you would be rejecting anything that's going to affect that. So protecting that treasure. If it's not a child involved in the situation, then I feel like your challenge or resistance is um, having or experiencing a balance, or having a balance between playing it safe and going all in with the new love experience, or going all in with a marriage. Somehow this is giving me this, like, this feeling of wanting new love, but also, you know, having that fear of opening up. Um, some of you could be taking that to an extreme, and where it's not allowing you to be open in your heart. And again, from the past, a reason and a need to protect yourself, protect what's important to you. Um, some of you, I feel, though, this is dealing with kind of coming together with someone, and all of a sudden there's like people coming out of the woodwork on your side or your partner's side, uh, especially maybe some element of bitterness that might be showing up, saying, okay, well, you hurt me, why do you deserve love, you don't deserve this, or someone having that kind of attitude, like, you know um, and so some of you might be feeling like you need to protect a new love relationship from your past self, and a past experience is coming back up to haunt your new relationship, your new love. Okay, that's where some of you might be trying to create this boundary of being free in your love, but also protecting it from some past energy. You might be wanting to share this love with the world, but also protect it at the same time. You might want to display your love in social media, or do, show that this is happening for you, but at the same time you realize and that there's maybe some things. So that's right, where some of you might be getting in this mode of like wanting to square things, or just be at peace with this new situation. And some of you who may be going through some divorce or separation is, you're protecting your heart, yourself. But some of you, I feel like you're working on not losing yourself in a relationship. It's some of it's kind of coming together a little in a complicated way, but I feel like some of you are in a very kind of complicated situation. Some of you as well too, if there's some type of settlement or thing going on with legal, with the law, there may be an overflow and abundance coming in. And then there's something here of wanting to protect that from a partner, or someone who might be legally, in some ways, having some access to what it is that you're fighting for. This could be as well too what your assets, in dividing assets. But some of you, I feel like you're trying to protect yourself from what's new coming in the form of maybe some type of payout or overflow of money for your future, and someone who may be an ex-spouse or a spouse having some type of access to that while you're in the midst of going through some changes. So very protective energy. What is coming in as an unexpected help is Compass with the Tower. Okay. So with this Tower energy, I feel this is almost kind of like a way out of no way being made, but also the tearing down of a structure that was built on false pretenses or just was not a stable foundation is getting ready to come in. I'm also seeing this as divine intervention on this change of direction and you looking up. This compass is about pointing your compass north, moving forward, moving instead of backwards. So this is a sense that there's some divine direction or a sense of answer for what you need to do in order to gain that higher ground, even with the relationship. There's something here with a surprise here that's coming in, but it is divine intervention, and it's something in a way of pointing you in the right direction. It's also Scorpio energy, strong Scorpio energy is coming in here too. So something around Scorpio season could be very significant for some of you, that this is an event, a verdict that's about to change the course of your life and your relationship, or your status in life. And some of you are raising in status. And so in some ways, some of you might be feeling as if you're raising in status and raising in status and raising in status, I feel that like your ability to open up and trust others is becoming a lot more difficult, because there might be this sense of like, who wants me for what I have and not who I am. This is a little bit of that, you know. Some of you maybe have missed that opportunity in the past where someone was a little bit more, you know, real in the sense of connecting with who you were as a person. Some of you maybe were not ready at that moment or at that time, but what has happened now, you might felt like you needed to focus on your work and climb your ladder of success, and in doing so and in protecting your heart, you might have felt as if you've missed out on genuine connections. But there's something here that's happening as that's going to provide some clarity about where you can be a little bit more optimistic, and this is maybe as well your circle kind of just changing or revolving, and you attracting a different caliber of a partner, or realizing that there may be someone who's on that same kind of wavelength as you. Wavelengths here. So I also see that, oh, okay, so I'm getting a little bit, I'm picking up some of you, or this maybe a small few of you, in a situation where you felt that someone, maybe someone you were meant to be with, you know, chose someone else, or they're in a marriage with someone else, and you might have been waiting for this person to leave a person. Some of you are involved with someone who's maybe already married, maybe going through a divorce, and maybe says, okay, so the ideal situation was not, like, you met someone who was already married, or someone met you were already married, and this is a sense of like holding out on hope, and that this person really is going to leave this relationship, or really is going to get this divorce, really is going to change that situation so that you can move forward. So that could be something that really is coming in, where there is this interruption or this disturbance, or this breakthrough of someone becoming available for you to pursue where things are going here. So but I'm seeing this as a breakthrough, because this is an unexpected help for you, and again, unexpected, so the Tower energy. But I am kind of getting that Scorpio season could be pretty significant for you. And I'm also getting something with Aquarius season. If it's not Scorpio season, there's something going on Aquarius season for some of you, in the form of it being a help to this area, this 7th house of partnerships for you. So what we have for your advice, we have Spirit of Place and the Hermit. So some of you, this is calling you to go within and search your own truth, and look for that light within yourself as far as a direction on where you want to go. And for some of you, you might be, this may not be something where you are consciously looking for a partner. Some of you Aries, you might be in this main mind frame of like, I don't want a partner, I don't want to get married, I'm fine by myself. And this is kind of a little bit of that energy. So some of you might be rejecting a divine love that, in the form of you protecting yourself or having a hardened shell. So this could be also a breakthrough where this individual breaks through to you. But for some of you, this is a space where you will continue maybe being in a solitude, in the search of a quest of a higher purpose within yourself, higher than where you feel is like you're here to partner up and be with someone. That's not the case for everyone. And so I do feel being comfortable in your skin and being able to be yourself, even with a partnership, is important to you and needs to remain important to you, in following your inner guidance and wisdom. Some of you as well, in finding that space of Spirit of Place. I do feel like there's some wisdom in the form of almost something that is like that you're going to be turning into some type of writing. I don't know why I'm getting that, like writing, or some of you could be getting into some type of relationship counseling, or taking what you learned and shedding a light on it for others, knowing yourself and knowing I'm also kind of getting that this is like not losing yourself in a relationship or a person, not allowing someone to change what you value in the form of partnerships. Some of you are maybe taking a time out, or this will be needed time out for you in a relationship to kind of gain perspective. Some of you need space from your partner to gain perspective. Some of you might be doing that, and you might have to defend your choice to do this. Some of you, I feel like it's almost like someone wants to take a break, but that break for some of you might become permanent. But for others of you, it just might enlighten you both and help you both to gain perspective outside of each other about what it is that you both want moving forward. Some of you, this is getting away with your partner, but others, I feel like where you can be free to love. Now, some of you, I do feel like there's something here where you want to change your environment with a partner or a new partner or a new love. You might feel like you need to start over elsewhere. So that could be a little bit of where you're trying to, again, protect your love from past disappointments, or maybe even what you would feel is like karma, something coming back to haunt you where you were not. Again, there's just something of an element of like someone who's been a player all their life and then they want to settle down, and it's like you don't, like, you think you're just going to settle down and no one, this is, there's something here of like almost kind of getting a taste of your own medicine when I do feel like some of you, there's been some type of role reversal in a dynamic of a relationship. You being in a space where you realize like something that you did to someone else is like the potential to happen to you. It's like something where you're trying to avoid that. You're really trying to work with where you're rising above, or you feel like you've changed, your situation's changed, and that you still deserve love, you still deserve to have love, and that may still be true. There's maybe, and that may be true. Again, in the past you might have been naive, or just you know, again, you weren't prepared for the type of partnership that was presented to you at one point in time. This is where I'm also seeing that this is some regret in this. I'm also seeing some of you searching. There could be something here where there's someone who maybe you feel as if they know you more than anyone, and you probably met them at a point in time where you were more open and you might really have connected, and there's someone that is like you're maybe and still in search for that type of relationship or that type of person where you can be yourself, and this is okay with this person, and you're not trying to be someone that you're not. So that's another kind of element here that I'm getting for some of you. Now, what we have for the outcome, metamorphosis and Seven of Swords. So I do feel for some of you, this is getting out on preparation and changing, transforming a situation with and doing so before it gets to a point where people are able to kind of follow you or follow what you're doing. There's a point of here where you're being strategic in your metamorphosis, and some of you going away with that, where you consciously. Now, some of you were very conscious of what you were doing in the past when you were maybe, you know, misleading others, or, you know, not being forthcoming with commitments and things like that. You might have known that, you were, you know, very aware of that, and you might have been developed this as a defense mechanism to protect your heart from falling in love. And though this is an element of like, this could be this, like, definitely like love has found you in the sense, because this tower could also be just an explosion of like where you thought you were going to be single and you wanted to be. This is like someone comes along and changes that totally and gets you optimistic about love again, gets you optimistic about, well, I did think I was going to, you know, stand in this tower forever and stay, but now, well, here's this lightning bolt of love, this love at first sight, or this breakthrough of someone who's got you feeling like, oh, well, yes, I can have love. I can change this, or I can also change the disappointment, or I can, you know, bring justice to past disappointments by this new situation, with this new situation. And so some of you might be really kind of soul searching of like, and taking a little bit of time out as well too before a commitment and moving forward to really search your heart. But you finding that this may be a space where you can be rooted and grounded in a relationship. Virgo energy is coming in pretty strong here too. Scorpio, Virgo. It could also be an air sign as well. And all the elements are showing up here. But the outcome I feel for this is like you kind of getting into this change right in the nick of time, for being in preparation for what is to come, or this relationship. I do feel like some of you, and I do feel that some of you, there's the situation where you are going to kind of keep secret what has changed in your life, or what is changing for you in the form of being ready for a partnership. Strategic in freeing yourself, but also taking what you've learned from a situation. Some of you are leaving a situation, you're changing and you're leaving a marriage or a situation without telling someone. You know, you're just kind of going through this change and you're keeping it to yourself. You're doing something for yourself. And I feel also kind of just get that element of like, it could be a selfish energy that some of you are kind of adapting or getting into. And you could be mirroring a partner who you feel at some point was selfish and, you know, keeping something to yourself here with this Seven of Swords. But I do feel like there's this major change that you are going to be going through, especially with this metamorphosis, and in regards to, but you almost feel guilty about it, or because there's a sense of where someone wanted you to be ready in the past, you weren't ready for them, and now you're ready, but you're ready with someone else, and you're ready with someone else. And it's almost like you're going back on your word of what you told someone, but it's just the appearance of this new love and this new person has given you, and the timing of it all as well has um, you feel safe. You feel safe with this individual, or you feel safe at this point in time, or again, you've learned your lessons from the regrets in the past, where you're now saying, okay, well, I might have not have been ready with this one person, but I've learned from that situation. I have had regrets from losing out in that situation. What's important to you maybe has gone through a change, and you are in a higher mind frame of higher love, and kind of seeing where someone wanted you to see it before and you couldn't, you weren't ready. Now it's like you do have that wisdom, you do have that where you are can apply that to yourself and make you can feel at home in that energy, where you feel like, okay, I'm safe to do this, I'm safe to love, I'm safe to open up, and this is a change that I'm going to make. And this metamorphosis of mine, you might feel like, you know what, you don't want to throw at someone's face. Like, it's like you're sensitive to the reality that you are making some major drastic change from where you, and some of you kind of like going back on your word or what you said is a little bit, even with the vows, if some of you are going through a divorce, you're realizing that, wow, everything I promised, everything that was promised to me, it really wasn't, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. And so as you change, you feel like it's divine, you're being divinely guided. This is a divine guidance as well too, that's coming in unexpectedly. You'll gain some divine guidance. Your prayers here will be answered in the form of experiencing this higher ground spirituality. A spiritual connection's coming in for some of you Aries, especially for those of you who are single. And I do feel like this is a connection that will help you overcome any of your past disappointments, and you're going to be seeing this. I'm also kind of getting that the advice for some of you, especially if you have a choice in love, is to go for the more mature person. This could be this age difference that's between you and another. And I feel like the person who is older and has a little bit more maturity and experience under their belt is something where you will feel like that's the most kind of the most ideal kind of partnership for yourself. And so this is a very transformative love, and a transformative relationship, or a transformative time with your partnerships or with your relationships. I do feel as well too, in any legal situations, there is something that you are going to come out on top with and be able to leave the situation behind. Your counsel is very wise in the sense of what they're doing, and so a situation is going to change you, and allow you to free yourself from some type of legal burden or responsibility that may have been you really had to kind of fight for. So I do feel like you're going to get what you fought for, but there's also something here where it's like as it comes, there's something here where you're going to be maybe moving or making some moves, going off on your own, kind of moving. I'm also getting a kind of a change of a location, or a change of environment that some of you might feel like you need to do in order to continue to move forward, and it's something that you need to do and not tell people. This also could be a breakthrough of a windfall coming in, where you want to kind of be wise about it, and it could change your life and change your world in the sense of justice being served, but also it being a new beginning for you wanting to kind of start your life or new life elsewhere. But I also see it's kind of like where you're moving on, and who you're moving on with, you're not really going to be open and telling the world. And that could be very different for you, not wanting to kind of flaunt your relationship, and realizing that you want to protect it from others, kind of someone from your past, or just someone in general, kind of feel coming in to kind of mess with that energy. You feeling like it's more important to have the experience and have the love, have a more mature love and that connection, and it doesn't need to be something that's broadcasted to the world in order for it to be real. It's real because you have it. It's real because you experience it. And so that might be a little bit more where you're changing how you what you share as far as like to the public within your relationship. I do feel as well too, this is like a getaway, kind of like a secret marriage, a destination marriage, or someone who's getting married and just not telling anyone. It's going to be more about you and your partner doing things in your own way, differently from what would be expected, in the form of being open and sharing it with the world. So let's see what we have for a Wild Offering Oracle card for your tying this all together, a message for you to meditate on. I do feel, though, that some of you, it's like, okay, what I'm seeing here, this is an element of someone changing after marriage, okay? Someone changing who they, like, once they get that ring, or they, you know, you have those things, or this is something already, an element that's happened, like once you got married, things kind of really changed, or their true selves came out, and things that were left out actually might be coming to the surface with some of you within a marriage. So really getting to know your partner, knowing yourself and what you want out of a situation is very kind of crucial with any new relationships or new love, because there could be some kind of surprise as far as to, you know, where someone does kind of change. Also, I do feel like a change is happening too, as someone is becoming a parent, and a child could be what is going to be that kind of glue that keeps that relationship together, whether or not, you know. So some of you, I do feel like you got someone pregnant, and or someone got you pregnant, and so in that sense, you might feel like, wow, you definitely do need some spiritual support, and you're praying about the situation, because with the child involved here, this is something here where you're trying to be wise about the situation and not just think about yourself and not be selfish. You're also thinking about this new life and how, you know, you need that other half to, or want that other half to be involved regardless. So you might be taking this wisdom approach to creating this stability for the arrival of this child. And so in some ways too, there could be some change that does happen in preparation for this experience, this new experience. But there could be a little bit of too there where someone is going to maybe change and kind of take off and not be ready for it, but they're looking back on it like, you know, so someone is going to, you know, do something here where it's like they're keeping their plans or their ideas to their self on where they're going to. It's like someone's already planning their escape routes, or that you know, they're just, it's going to change their relationship or situation, or they may be there for the child, or they may not be. It just really kind of depends on your situation here. But let's get this out. Offerings. Oh, okay, I have two here, so I'm going to read them both. I mean, when it comes to like more than two, I'll continue shuffling, but the way these flew out, I will read them. So we have true love. Your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner. But this sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. Okay, now that's, I definitely, with this energy here, this is ringing true here. Okay, your wholeness lying within and not from a partner. That's something here that I feel is definitely a message that ties this together. And even in that, getting into that true love, that self-love within yourself, here it comes. Here comes love. Here comes love. So being wiser this time and being yourself is that advice. If you know you've been disappointed in love in the past, but you realize and you feel like, yes, but I do still deserve love, and you're standing your ground on that. Even, you know, there could be misunderstandings about the past and your part that you played in it. There is no maybe fault in what did not last in the past, regardless of how someone sees it or maybe wants to point the finger. There's some realization with this that is just like, you know, you maybe both were victims to circumstance and timing not being right, but I do feel like this is like a love that's coming in, and as it comes in, it's going to transform your mind frame on where you feel like, you know, changing your heart, changing your mind, in regards to accepting love, based on you finding that key to your self-love and that being true love, and you also being able to recognize when someone's ready to mirror that energy back to you, and making sure that you keep that, making sure that you make any changes necessary in order to keep that kind of energy in your world this time around, or even again just continuing to go on on with that self-love and seeking your own truth and your own light without a partner. It's not necessarily everyone's, like, everyone is not meant to be in a marriage or a partnership, but I do feel like for some of you, this is kind of like your time coming in, and this new moon in Libra is going to highlight that for you. And then the second card here is companionship. When you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. So some of you, yes, with the past, you maybe were not prepared to have or know what a healthy relationship is, but in some ways, Aries, you're overcoming that. Some of you as well could, been doing your own kind of therapy, or even seeking therapy in a way to, a safe space for you to open up. Some of you may need that. Some of you, the challenge or resistance in therapy and talking to someone where you can open up can actually be a safe space for you. I'm suggesting that through this reading that's coming through as a challenge or resistance with this protecting treasure and Ace of Cups, because it's an energy where it's just like, it's safe to open up. This is going to be something where it is safe to open up. And I do feel that, yes, this is also in that sense of counsel, someone who has the wisdom to help you to find that spirit of place again within yourself that is, again, safe to love. Someone wise, someone who's going to lead you. If this is not your own energy with the Hermit, there's advice that it is to go and seek that light within. But there's like something or someone in the form of therapy that can help light that way for you, that can help light that inner light. And in that ways that will help you eventually, I do feel, heal and process those emotions that have been holding or keeping you in a disappointed state of not knowing, or not feeling that there's another half out there for you. I do feel like in your preparation and in your mind of processing those feelings, there is something here that you will kind of overcome and change within yourself, and it will change your prospects on how you feel like you can accept love, or how it can come into your world. So some of you embracing the solitude is important, but it's also going to be something, I feel, of something where you take some action in getting yourself to a point where you can accept a healthy relationship, and you know what a healthy relationship is, and regardless of not being prepared for it, there's still something within you that can go for what you feel you do deserve, or it's not too late for you to experience higher love, a higher connection. And you shouldn't be haunted by the past in the sense of like not knowing better. This is a sense of when you know better, you will do better, Aries. And so better is going to be coming in for you. Even if it's that in the way of how you treat yourself. So that is your reading, Aries. I do hope it was helpful for you. Keep in mind that it is a general reading and it is predictive energy. All of you are on different timelines here. So give me a like if this helped, and subscribe if you're interested in more. I'm not on the schedule, except for the seasonal readings that I'm going to be continuing to do. But these are, as far as me being led or feeling like this is a time where these readings are kind of will be helpful, or should be helpful, for those of you who are in alignment with the transits of the moon, especially. Really do like these oracle readings. They do get kind of deep, and a lot comes out, but I do feel like it's a good process to go through, especially with working with moon energy. So thank you so much for watching, Aries. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your 2020. Take care.